What up? 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 Yeah. I'm about to get started on TikTok as well. We're already live on YouTube.
Okay,
and
so I don't know if y'all are familiar with Major or not.
and all those other
The
stations.
song he sings, "This Is Why I Love You."
Let me get us started over here on TikTok. Yeah. Getting what you want. All right, we're just gonna start that. Let's see. Go live. Let me turn this thing around because what up, y'all? Yo, it's a beautiful day to be you. I'm excited that you're all here. That is not going to work. Effects, none. That was crazy. If y'all saw what just happened on my screen, y'all be like, yo, that's crazy. What up, Jay Young? We are live. What up, Rose? Rose Rodriguez. I would enjoy saying your name because of a double R. Rose Rodriguez. Yeah. So I hope y'all know what it is.
Have a bite to eat with me, Dwight Scrap Reynolds.
Coco, can you hear the music? Can you hear the beat? Could you hear it just a minute ago? Can y'all hear it? I just check in, y'all. Yo, tell me what you feel. Tell me what you hear. Make sure you guys are already sharing, already supporting this live, joining me. If you have not yet done it, I need you all. Make sure you follow me. Coco, you can hear the beat playing. I want to make sure y'all can hear it. I'm trying to change the experience for everybody on Instagram. Of course, my YouTube people get the fullest experience. So if you want the full experience, join me on YouTube /Dwight_Scrap_Reynolds. If you're on my TikTok, man, y'all start hitting that like button right now. Go ham like it's a video game. Make sure y'all are make sure y'all, you said you can't hear right now? Okay, so make sure y'all are hitting the like button. Make sure you guys are sharing the live. Start doing it now. Today, we're continuing our conversation from yesterday, getting what you want. If you were here yesterday, you enjoyed an amazing time that we had yesterday, but today is going to be even better because we're continuing down the path of teaching you and talking about and discussing what getting what you want looks like. Make sure you guys are also going back and watching the past episode. If you missed this episode yesterday, you can go back and watch it live. It is available for you to check it out now. So listen, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all these different places. I appreciate y'all tuning in. We're going to have an amazing conversation to change your situation. Getting what you want. I want to welcome you all to Bite to Eat podcast. It is Friday, December 2nd. Here in Atlanta, Georgia, it's 41 degrees with a high of 58 degrees. So it's going to be pretty cool today. What up, Savannah? I'm shouting y'all out today. Make sure y'all give me y'all city and state, where you're from, who you with. Talk to me. Savannah said, hey, I'm finally up. Yeah, that's what's up. I'm up every day, 9 a.m. to, you know what I'm saying? I'm up a little bit earlier than that, but you know what I'm saying. Yo, man, we finna get into how you get what you want. A lot of you guys out there want some things. A lot of you guys are expecting some things. A lot of you guys are working for some things. Sweet Shay is from the whole part of Connecticut. Come on, Sweet Shay, what city you in? Stop playing games. Yep, caught me on time, Teray. That look, listen, yep, I'm better late than never, but it's always better on time. Germantown, Tennessee, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. That's what's up. I was born in Lawton. I don't know if you knew that, but now you do. Reynolds Army Hospital. That was me. It's crazy because my last name is Reynolds. In my mind, I'd be like, did I own the hospital? Did my folks own the hospital? I don't know, but it's all good. Y'all start hitting that like button like you're playing a video game. That's on everything, every page. Make sure y'all hit the like button like you're playing a video game. Come on, y'all. We just getting started. We like to let the room populate a little bit, you know what I'm saying, before we get into the conversation. That's why I want to know where y'all from and what y'all doing. Chicago in the building, Parent Hustle, man. Be safe out there, man. Chicago's a tough city, so I want you to be safe, you know what I mean? First and foremost, be safe. New Orleans, Louisiana. I know I'm saying it wrong. You got to put the phonetic spelling in there. Is it Nowlands? DJ Dub is in the building real early today. I appreciate you, homie. Always good to see you. Neil is in the building from Deerfield Beach, Florida. Flow Rider. Yeah, that's how he got his name. If y'all didn't know, Flow Rider means Florida. Flow Rider. I like the way he did that. You know what I'm saying? He put the city on. That dude did some real big things. Ricardo Zarejo. I see you over there. I see my TikTok, my Instagram family be some different names, man. I be broadcasting to everybody. Vuevali Clico, what's good, big bro? What's happening, fam? Miami in the building. She didn't even have to put Flow Rider. She was like, you know where Miami is at. But you know what? There's more Miamis than just the one that everybody knows about. That's crazy how they name, all these cities, that multiple times. Pearl says she at work in Streamwood, Illinois. That's what's up. New York City at the forefront. Okay, I see. And most of the music y'all hear me play when it's like this is music that I produced. I like to run my show with my own beats. Dub said, I'm off today, but I'm still driving. That's what's up. Get to that money, homie. I know what it is. Shoot, ain't no days off. Chi-Town, Dade County. I see you. I got folks down in Dade County. You ever heard of Jay Shin? I wrote the first single off of his project, man. Did really well. Also produced the vocals for the song he did with T-Pain. I like Miami. I love the sunshine. I just got back from Mexico. That's how much I love the sunshine. When y'all was Thanksgiving, getting all nice and into that, into your turkey with the dressing. That's the only thing I missed. In Mexico, they don't. In Mexico, they don't cook Thanksgiving dinner like we have it here, man. And I missed the whole plate. Oh, somebody send me a plate. What up, Trina? I need somebody to send me a plate. You know what I mean? I need some turkey. I need some, the white part, the white meat on the turkey. Karen is in Louisiana Friday. That's what's happening. I need some turkey with the dressing. St. Louis in the building. DJ Dub, I told you St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? I got some stomping grounds there, right? I told you that, right? I got family out there. All right, that's what's up, Savannah. Hey, shoot, I'll cook again. You can have all you want. That's what I'm talking about. I need the turkey and the dressing has always been my favorite because the dressing with the cranberry sauce, oh my gosh. That's what I missed this year. I missed the cranberry sauce. And then I'm a sucker for sweet potato pie because my mom is a bomb in the kitchen when it comes to that. Other than that, those are my staples. Like if you ever see me at an event and those things are present, that's what I'm gonna have. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all had. You know what I'm saying? What is a staple at your Thanksgiving? Because I want to talk to y'all today. Yo, if y'all missed it yesterday, man, y'all can go back and watch the episode from yesterday. It was amazing. Yesterday, we got really lit talking about, how to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Next time I'm in the loo, you know what I'm saying? It's going down. Smoked turkey, that's what I'm talking about. Ooh, I don't do red meat or pork, so please don't put that on my plate. Oh, I do Swedish meatballs, I do stuff like that, but don't put no pork or no red meat on my plate. Thank you very much. I can't do it. Some sweet cornbread, I'll do that. Cornbread that got the corn actually in it and it's kind of sweet, I can do that. I'm trying to think of, greens. Oh my God. If the greens is popping, woo! Man, Savannah said, who developed your music skills? I had plenty of mentors, but I've been around music all my life. I started playing instruments when I was 4, and from there, it just graduated to playing other instruments. And by the time I graduated high school, that's when I entered into actually producing music, which is another skill set altogether. You know what I'm saying? But listen, and that was my path, to tie it all in. That was my path to getting and going where I wanted to go and to get what I wanted to get. You know what I'm saying? I tried to do the traditional thing that people tell you that you should do, go to college and do all that. But it wasn't for me. As y'all can tell, like my learning, candied yams, absolutely. Y'all know my learning skill set is different than most. So, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I can't, acquiesce to the way everybody else is learning. Jalissa, man, where you been, man? Good to see you. Baby girl in the building. Yeah. That was one of those things, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to, what up, Rose Petal? What up, everybody? Hitting them likes button like crazy, sharing the live like crazy. We're about to get started. Yesterday, we spoke on so many different levels. I don't even want to go back into yesterday because Slaughter said, you have not had greens, bro, until I'm cold with this crab. That's what's up. Shoot, don't threaten me with some good food. What did your mom do to support it? I need tips. My mom didn't really support it. So a quick break from the conversation. Turkey, ham, green. Come on, man. Greens, beans, beans, you name it. Listen, I can't get it. Listen, so to answer your question, Savannah, my mother is a ordained minister. So when it came to me playing music and producing, it was, you can't play the blues in my house. I promise you, that's exactly how my mother said it. I like chicken noodle soup too. I like that. She said, you can't, me either. My college experience was amazing. I went to college for communications. I didn't go for music. I had 15 scholarships for music, and I didn't go to any of the schools, full rides to do music. But that wasn't the path I wanted to take. But that was it. My mother was, you know, a lot of us, a lot of parents are navigating their kids for the path that has been told to them is the path that's going to work. But it doesn't, you can't paint everything with one paintbrush. You know what I'm saying? So I hope as you groom your kids, I hope as you groom yourselves, that you understand there's no set path to success. There are people who have 2 and 3 degrees, not even working in the fields that they have those degrees in, unfortunately. This world will tell you it's more about you and how ambitious you are about your goals. So you have to chase them with reckless abandonment. I went against my mom's wishes, and she knew that I was, mind you, my brothers and sisters probably wore her down. I've got 1 sister, 3 older brothers who came before me who were all pushing the envelope in the things that they wanted to do. And by the time it got to me, I was the youngest. I could kind of do what I wanted to do. So in my high school year, I went on tour. And when I went on tour, you know, I was kicked out of school. I wasn't skipping school. I got kicked out of school for 2 weeks, and I went on tour. And in those 2 weeks, it changed my life forever. I came back. My hair was blonde on one side. My ears was pierced. There wasn't none of these things were that way when I left. But I had experienced too much to be the same individual. And to double down on that, I had consumed so much information and learned so much about myself that when I came back, I had added so much to my repertoire, my swag, I had seen too much. So when I was dealing with the same kids, I was a different individual. Like my whole mindset was different. And I saw that I could be myself in my fullness around the world and be appreciated for it. So I started living that way. And I understood the rules very early. So my successes came very early. So when I say that to you guys, when getting what you want, I want you to understand that you create the boundaries. No one can create the boundaries for you to get what you want. That's all about you. It's all about you. So most times you got to get out of your comfort zone. If you're a person who's lived where you've lived and you've not traveled, you're doing yourself an injustice, because the experiences that you create as you travel around the world are going to be some of the things that put you in a position to make these things attainable. You don't know what you don't want. You don't know what you want until you've traveled to see what you don't want. Like, for instance, people be like, man, I hate living in America, man. I'll go da-da-da. When you go to another country, I'm sorry. When you go to another country, it will show you why you really want to be in America. As screwed up as America is, it's better than so many other places. And you're going to settle when you decide to go to, like when I go to these different places, man, it's just a different experience. And the way I can talk about it, from the way people treat you to the way that things just are in their countries. And then when you speak to the people, to the locals, they'll tell you the pain points that they have. And you'll be like, man, I don't experience that where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? So those pain points in most of those different countries make it difficult for them to attain the kind of level of success that they want. So you typically run into most people who are, it was a scrap story moment for their DJ Dub. I didn't include the part where I lived in St. Louis and went to school there, you know what I'm saying, to U City. That's that's the extended version. But when you travel, you get a chance to see things, and it opens you up. It should. My trip to Mexico, this is my first time going to Mexico this past Thanksgiving. Amazing trip. Enjoyed it. Checked out the scenery. I didn't get a chance to do the local thing. And I'm going to be honest with you. Until I completely have my language down in terms of Spanish, I'm not going to travel outside of the boundaries of it unless I'm with somebody that I truly trust. And even then, I'm going to be nervous because Mexico has different rules. They have a different playing field. They have a different way of doing things, and they have a most countries have a way they feel about Americans. Now, it's different for Black Americans than white Americans because they just have a respect for the struggle that we have here in America. They have a different kind of respect for people of color here in America outside of here. So when I go to different countries, the only place that I can assume or that I've heard is different, and I talked about this with my homeboy last night, was Africa. So Africa is on my list to go to, and everyone who goes to Africa always returns with this story. It's not what you think it is. and that achieving financial success in Africa is totally possible. Having a better life is totally possible in Africa. And I can only imagine, right? When I think about Africa and and getting what we want, right? We complain a lot in America about equality. All I can think about is if I was in Africa and everybody looks like me, will I experience racism and placism the same way? Will my experience there be like, yo, like I feel like it is in Mexico? I know there are pockets of people who are still hating on each other in all these countries, but I can only say that the experience of being black in Africa is the experience that I think white people experience being in America. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have to worry about so much different stuff because they're when you're the majority, it's a different vibe because you're not always rocking a certain kind of way. Like it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. He said he didn't like it. But my buddies always tell me their experience in Africa is ginormous, and I can only imagine that. I can't even, I think about the synergy of the country itself. You know what I'm saying? Kind of similar to when, white people return to Europe. You know what I'm saying? When they go back to those countries and they experience the fullness of their ancestry. But so I ran into a little incident today. Even this early, you know what I'm saying? Got a conversation that something happened and somebody failed at something they were trying to do, So one of the aspects of getting what you want is failing at getting what you want. Do y'all understand what I mean by saying that? And it's not really failing, it's delayed success. I need y'all, let me put this disclaimer out here right now. Either y'all should commit to rewatching, what up, Letitia? Y'all should commit to rewatching some of the past episodes, or you guys need to take down, get a pen and paper so that you can take down some of these points, because I really want y'all to be able to look at them and dissect them and review them yourselves over and over again, because they're going to be the things that help you adjust to getting what you want. Because most people don't consider these things are necessary in order for you to get what you want. So failing is at the top of the list. And remember, throughout the conversation, please share the live. Please hit the like button. If you feel the need, if you feel the urge, you know what I'm saying? You can hit the gifting. You could buy the badges. You could buy the stickers and all that. And you can subscribe to YouTube. You can subscribe on TikTok as well. And you can now subscribe on Instagram as well. So failing gets you closer to what you want than you can ever imagine. What you hear big business tell you is this: fail fast. Meaning, if you're chasing a dream, if you're going after an opportunity, go into it and be reckless about it. When I say that, man, stop holding yourself hostage. Most people hold themselves hostage and they say, I'm gonna wait till this, I'm gonna wait till that. And when everyone in this live has said before, yo, when I come out of this thing, I'm gonna go ahead. That's when I'm gonna do it. Oh man, when Monday come around, that's when I'm gonna work out. Hey, when such and such happen, that's when I'm gonna do that. What up, Venus? We keep telling ourselves and delaying our successes and our breakthroughs because we're afraid to fail fast. You need to fail immediately. Get it out of the way as many times as it takes for you to have that breakthrough to getting what you want. But you gotta fail. Like most people will wait and delay it, and all that delay. I can guarantee you there's somebody in this live who said they were going to do something almost 2 to 3 years ago and haven't even started doing it. I was a person who did that at one point, and then I flipped the switch on it and I became a person who does things immediately. Like, y'all have no idea. I'm changing this studio around. And it almost was effective last night. If I didn't have to go out to a studio session last night, I promise you, and y'all don't even understand that there's so much work that has to be done when I move my studio around, which I would advise everyone to do, to change your room up every now and again. It's going to give you a different vibe, whether it's your studio room, whether it's your creative space, whether it's your living room. Change things up a little bit. You know what I mean? Change things up just a little bit, just so you get a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? Every so often. that redundancy of your life. What up, Chuck? That redundancy that you create in your life where you just leave things the same and then expect a different energy to show up is ludicrous to me. If y'all don't adjust your places, these are the simple things you can do that will inspire you to get closer to what you want, because you don't know what you don't know what you want until you fail at trying to get it, and you start saying, okay, this different. Okay, there's a different way of looking at this. Another way. We need angles. We need to position ourselves so we can see things from a different perspective. Success does that. We talked about success yesterday, about getting to that next level, and then you start seeing things and being able to communicate about things from a different perspective. You see things a different way when you're at these higher levels. That's what we're talking about. Honestly, that's all we're talking about with Kanye. Kanye West right now is opening up the window for us to see some things we've never seen before. We're all traveling together, but we haven't seen it. Yeah, failure gives you the playbook to success. You're absolutely right, Clicko. But you have to be writing it down. You have to be taking stock in the things that didn't work. Listen, if you're not a scientist when it comes to your success, then you're tripping. Scientists keep a log of everything they do. I can tell y'all right now, I know y'all ain't gonna want to hear this, but I can tell y'all right now, for all of the versions of COVID, I can guarantee you there's a scientist that has a playlist of all the things they did to adjust it, to tweak it, all that stuff. There's a log, and there's a log of what they tried, and then there's a log of what happened when they tried it. They have all of the breakdowns of when it went well and when it went south, and how it can be applied. Listen, y'all don't listen. Failure will also give you different ways and avenues to try things. Because what you may have failed at, have y'all ever did this? And I can tell you, it's one of the most unique ways of learning and discovery is failing at something and realizing it works for something else. Like, that's one of the dopest things. Like, listen, even in producing, I'm producing something and I make a mistake and I'm like, but that's kind of cool. And I'm like, I'm gonna keep it. That's what you should be learning as you fail. In relationships and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all have not had a failed relationship yet. The only failed relationship you ever had was listen to me. The only failed relationship you had was the one that created your delayed success toward the relationship that you're going to keep. The failed relationships that you have are delayed successes towards the relationship that's going to work. Why? Because you found out some stuff. Something that didn't work over here may not work globally when it comes to relationships. Or, you know what I mean? Or it's just unique to that situation. You're going to have to determine that. That's going to have to be something that you figure out. You know what I mean? Is this a global problem? Like, some of us have global issues. When I say global issues, I mean we we have a thing about ourselves that we carry with us into every relationship that never works. That never works. I have a question when I'm in those relationships. I'd be like, yo, has this worked before? Is this new? That's what I ask. Is this new? Are you trying some new stuff on me? And I don't mind it, but once you see that it's not working, once you see that it's failing in its infancy, once you see it's failing in this process, can we stop doing it? Some of us get so stubborn at what we think should be working that we continue it even when we see it's not working. How crazy is that? What kind of lunacy is that? You see, this is creating an argument every time you do it. Every time you do it, we argue. How can that possibly work? I need you to adjust that. We need to fix that. We need to do something different with it. But instead, we stick to it. Failing gives you an opportunity to put your playbook together. Now, a lot of us try to keep it in our head mentally. I would honestly love for you all to, when you enter into relationships, is to keep a not a diary, just keep a log. Keep a log of the high and the low points so you can understand what happened. If you can't learn from yourself, you can't learn from me. I can't teach you nothing. If you can't learn from yourself, what am I supposed to do? What am I doing here? I should leave because you ain't even listening to you. Chuck said, I used to think I could cheat until I kept getting caught. Yeah, you was a bad cheater. You needed to figure out some different things. And you probably cheated the same way. And the problem with that was you was probably okay with the results. Like, if you cheated, clearly you wasn't 100 with the relationship. Clearly you wasn't all the way in. So you know what I'm saying? And you kept getting caught.
Man down. 11:30. Pip in distress.
Yeah, you can't be getting caught all the time and thinking it's gonna work. Listen, you should have learned though. If for all of y'all out there, once you fail at something, it's understandable. It's new. It's something that that you just introduced. That's understandable. But the second time, you should never fail the same way. Actually, you should be further down the road. What up, Bogart? Yeah, Beer God. You should be further down the road. You should be further down the path that you're on. There's no way that you should be. Listen, it's like a video game. It's like Zelda. Anybody in here play Zelda? Does anybody remember the game Zelda? Zelda was a progressive game, meaning you would go and you would learn different maps and different techniques on each level so you can get to the next level. That's what we're doing right now. Evelyn said, I had to learn red flags are in your face and it's okay to wait to, I don't know where you're going with that, or wait that flag. But I will tell you, yes, you'll see the red flags, but we're so comfortable and we start negotiating our history with those red flags, which you should do. Yeah, for NES, man. And y'all know, like it's a progressive game. It's like Zelda is how you travel to get through it. You're gonna see red flags along the way. History and the experience that you had with this person will make you negotiate those red flags. But you have to understand, are they really red flags? Because to me, we need to manage how we label things. Red flags are deal breakers most of the time. They should be. You should say, yeah, it's a purple flag, or call it a different color flag. You know what I'm saying? But red flags are serious. Good morning, Olivia. We need to manage that. I know, right, Slaughter? You got to manage those flag. Stop. I'm okay. So listen, I'm big on words because words matter, and they especially matter in getting what you want. They matter because you're being honest about what you see and you're being honest about how you're speaking about it, but you're knowledgeable about it as well. Speaking and not having knowledge about what you're talking about is one of the most egregious things you can do to yourself. Getting what you want requires you to use the right language. Red flags are red flags for a reason. It could be any other color flag. You could have used any other kind of thing. What's up, Miss Aggie? What's up, Miss Jersey? It could be done any kind of way. It could be said any kind of way. You could call it. It ain't got to be. Listen, y'all, we have to distinguish what they are. Red flags should be just that powerful stopping points. Now, if they're not going to be a stopping point, then you had a yellow flag. You had a precautionary moment and you just cruising through and dealing with it. And it's something that you are deciding whether you can manage with it. But I need y'all to be very cautious and conscious of your words. For instance, some of y'all are calling people friends that aren't friends. I keep hearing the story, and y'all seen it on being broadcasted. It ain't being broadcast as much as it should be, but y'all are watching this Shanquilla story where they keep saying, and I want to punch somebody in the face, they keep saying that this young lady that got murdered over in Mexico, that she was with her friends. Does anybody see something wrong with that? Every time they say it, I'm like this. Her friends? Her friends? What?
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's not with her friends. Those are not her friends. Those are people she associated with. Because my friends, I promise you, my friends wouldn't do that to me. That's why they tell you have a limited circle of friends. And I'm only saying this because of your choice of words. I want to say, when we talk about red flags, I just want to give y'all some clearance on how you speak these things. You know what I'm saying? How you talk about, these words that are coming out of y'all mouths, because they matter, yo. Don't y'all get angry when they keep saying they friends? They are associates. They're people that you know. They are acquaintances. Now, when you start addressing it like that helps people understand that there's a level of that you have to work toward to make it. To be my friend, you got to work towards something. I see you, Jersey. Jersey just subscribed again. I see you. You have to work towards being my friend. You start off as an acquaintance, somebody that I know, because most times we don't ask the right questions, nor do we discuss the things that will help me understand you better to get you to a friendship level. And a lot of times people base friendship off time that they've known people. I think you should know friendship is based off the depth of which you know somebody. The depth of which you know somebody. Y'all know some people, y'all know some people for years and y'all don't know their last name. Y'all know some people that y'all have known. Y'all got people y'all have known and y'all don't know their last name. Y'all don't know how many, come on man, y'all don't know their mama name. Y'all don't know what school they, come on man. If y'all want friendships and your relationships to be deeper, if you want to get what you want out of your relationship, it would help if you understood how the pieces move. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Clicko says, not to get off topic, but the mob has very distinct levels on their friendship scale. Yeah, they absolutely do. They absolutely do. The hierarchy is associate, acquaintance, friends. I think I would change it to acquaintance, associate, friend. Because acquaintance is somebody that I know, and associate is somebody that I associate with. You know what I'm saying? I kind of manage and kick it with a little bit. And then friends are, those people that I know enough about them that we know enough about each other to be dangerous socially. But it is like playing chess. Like, you need to know how the pieces move. If I'm in a relationship with you, I need to know, are you the queen? Are you the king? Are you the rook? I need to know how you gonna move. It's important. And the only way you get that is by educating yourself on people. Like, I don't know why we don't say, I need to learn you on every level. And people who are truly interested in being your friends, they will be around and they will be reciprocating that. Hey, yeah, and learning things. Oh, girl, I didn't know that was about. I didn't even know you thought like that. I didn't know that. These are the things that become revelations to you in those places. And you can have a successful friendship when you determine the depth of the person and what they're willing or what won't do. These are the things that you're learning about your friends as you grow. You're learning how they ebb and flow. You're learning how the highs and their lows, because I want my friends to be able to be there for me emotionally, sometimes financially, you know what I'm saying? Physically, as a shoulder to cry on, and all, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need these different depths, but you don't know what you can get from people, because some of y'all is telling y'all stories and sharing y'all lives with people who would trade it for a beer, or trade it for a drink or a night out or acceptance from other people. Some of you are bartering your relationships with people who are bartering that privacy with other people for acceptance. I hope y'all heard that, because that's detrimental to the kind of relationships you want. That's right. You must know this before traveling with people in and out of the country, including your kinfolk. It's necessary that you have done, you're absolutely right, Jersey. It's necessary that you have done your due diligence. Period. Yeah. And some people do that. Savannah said trauma bonding. Some people do that. And it's okay, because sometimes you're able to work through things, but you have to also have a beginning and an end of that. Like, you can't be around somebody who's always talking about their pain points and they have no success story to go along with it. I have a rule for all of you. Should you ever get on the phone with me and all that kind of stuff, you tell me something positive before you jump into that negative stuff. That's right. With friends like that, Clicko, who needs enemies? You're absolutely right. Sometimes, look, all kinfolk ain't all skinfolk ain't kinfolk. All blood ain't blood. Sometimes your family is bigger than blood. Relatives versus family. Yeah, definitely. Some of your friends are better family than your family. But as you set up boundaries for yourself, so you can have these successful things happen in your life. I see you. LA just joined, bought a super chat on YouTube. I appreciate that, brother. He always comes in and supports. You have to manage how you are going to get to your successful place. What's the requirement of your friendships? How do you have successful friendships? What is the requirement for that? Do any of you have requirements for your friendships? Or can somebody just show up and all of a sudden that's my friend such and such? Because I hear a lot of y'all use that word recklessly, and I'd be like, it's going to be hard to have a successful one of those. Nah, I'll be quick. And I know some people are off put by it, but I'll be like, no, this is an acquaintance of mine. Acquaintance? Why you call me an acquaintance? Because I just met you, man. I just met you. You an acquaintance. I just met you. You are an acquaintance. LA, who just showed up on my YouTube, LA is a friend of mine. I've known LA for so many doggone years. I've known LA since I was a kid, and we're friends. I know his family. I know where he grew up at. You know what I'm saying? I remember that little red Fiero he used to pull chicks with. I remember that Fiero. He was the first one in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So let me sidebar this because I have to I always have to sidebar some positivity also in this. Letitia on YouTube just announced that her mom has been, if y'all recognize this, check this out. Had y'all noticed how this year the flu has come back? I'm gonna stick a pin in the friendship conversation. Let me write that down. We still talking about friends and use of words. Let me write that down. Use of words. Because sometimes I get distracted, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, what is it? Miss Jersey, definitely we need to play on that. We need to sit on that for a minute. What is the requirement of your friendships? But on a high note, Letitia said that her mother has been down with the flu. Now check this out. Haven't we all had, I think everybody has dealt with their bout of the flu this year. And it's been a little bit different because I think most people who had COVID are having a different response to the flu. It's not much. It's not crazy. It's just more phlegm and all that kind of stuff. And I know y'all hear me dealing with it every time I get on here because I had it just recently. I'm coming off of it, but her mom was down bad with the flu and she was really weak. But she got her mom drinking the apple cider vinegar and she said she thinks it's working way better than the medicine they gave her for the flu shot that ain't been working. So, you know, we talked about the immune boosting that it does on there. Evelyn, I appreciate it. I see you just got a super chat. Thank you so much. The immune boosting quality of the apple cider vinegar drink lies in the honey and in that lemon and in that, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to do that. Hopefully you guys are continuing with the process of keeping yourselves up. Tonight, I think I'm going to get on and I'll make a batch of it. Well, maybe tonight or Sunday. I'll wait till Sunday and I'll make a whole batch. And my reason for waiting is because I am going to change this studio around. I'm keep telling y'all that I got some ideas. Before I couldn't think of how I wanted the area to look, but I know this is the backdrop for it. It's just what I want to do in front of the camera so that y'all can kind of, you know, we can have a different experience. But as I was saying, that it requires the use of our words. Now, the reason why getting what you want requires the better usage of your words is because what? What is something that you hear people say to you and you know, this is something that you should know. I have a book. It's called What You Say Is What You Get. That's what's up, Clicko. Get on it, baby. Yep, you have to have a positive vibe to be around. That's absolutely should be a requirement for everybody. That your requirement for your friendship should include that you have to be a person who inspires me. I got a few, right? You got to be able to inspire me. I can't be around people who don't champion, you know, who don't know how to champion other people. You got to be somebody who is positive minded. Like there are so many negative Nancys out there that I need people around me who are like, yeah, the solution people. I'm a solution person. I'm a person that's always got ideas and I'm always thinking of ways to have a breakthrough. Welcome for the first time, Julie. Make sure you follow, turn on notifications, and join. Dope Boy P, I appreciate the badge over on Instagram. Video God, what's up, fam? Yo, Video God is one of the dopest video directors in the game. Y'all have all watched one of his videos. Maybe I didn't know it or not, but follow Gabriel over on my Instagram, Video God. I appreciate the badge though, Dope Boy P. The way we manage our words is going to be how we do things going forward. How you decide to communicate with your friends and how you develop them is going to be on how you speak. You know what I'm saying? If you're an amazing speaker in terms of you articulate your words very well, in terms of your intentions, then you can have success in life. You can have success in everything you're doing, but you got to be able to articulate it correctly. So that's why y'all know I'm quick to adjust your words sometimes because I understand what you're saying, but I don't think you understand what the meaning of what you're saying is. And I want to make sure that both of them align themselves up properly. So check this out. Identify with your friends exactly who they are so they understand their position. Because if you're calling people friends, if they're already at the pinnacle of what it is of a relationship that you can have, why would they work any harder? No, I'm gonna call you an associate. I'm gonna call you an acquaintance, and you're gonna work to build up to being one of my friends. You're gonna want that position that you see in that relationship that I have with my friends. So most of y'all already know I'm really close friends with Usher. Now Usher is a friend. When I say that, we have a small group of us that are friends, and we protect that circle tightly. So you just can't come kick it with us. You can't just come hanging out with us. You got to spend some time. There are several people who have been around us, but they're not friends. They're associates. They're acquaintances. And we announce them that way because it matters. Amongst friends, it matters when you bring new people into the circle what that revelation of the relationship is. What up, Spooky? Like, it matters that you bring somebody, because you vouch for somebody. There's no way you should be vouching for somebody who's not a friend. And you have to introduce people a certain way. That's because you ain't been on, Spooky. You have to introduce people a certain way, meaning you would say something like this. I'm feeling great. I say, yo, that's my, that's that's the homeboy, you know what I'm saying? I've known him. You got to articulate that stuff because people need to know what they can expect about the people that are in your circle. But your words matter. So you have to describe people correctly. And when you describe people correctly in those, around those people in those situations, people are going to either take offense to it, but they're going to adjust and understand what that relationship means, and they will change. Seek first to understand, then be understood. Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Those are good books. But one of my favorite books is What You Say Is What You Get. And I mentioned that to y'all, that manifestation, which has been the word of over the past 2 or 3 years, manifest, is speaking into the universe. You know what I'm saying? Is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That is right. I am Lil Bruh for life, LA. What it is learning how to say what you want, but you have to have the experience. Again, I go back to this, man. Some of us are asking for things and don't ask for them in detail. That's a huge hindrance to you getting what you want. And you got to know what it is, to get there so you have it. You know what I'm saying? So you have it in its fullness and you can appreciate it. So we talked about failing. We talked about failing to get what you want, because if you haven't been broken down to your very last compound, you have no idea what you want. You may have thought, hey, I want to win this spelling bee, right? And you go in this spelling bee and you haven't prepared for it properly. You haven't studied all the words, and you get put out the first round of the spelling bee. Now the way you react and respond will let other people know what it meant to you. But more so, it's going to be a reflection to yourself as to what it meant to you. And what are you going to do going forward? You're going to study harder. You're going to really learn. You're going to pay attention to the spelling. Like failing opens up this other place that you never expected to be. And in failing, you're going to run through it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go through it. Bobby, that's another conversation for another time. You can look on my Instagram page and see all the pictures of us and you've heard me talk about it, but you saw when he pulled me on stage at his residency on TMZ. So if you go to TMZ and type in Usher, then you'll see all of us. But it's important because failing puts you in a position where you're going to do something different next time. And I don't call it failing. Let's stop doing that. Let's change the narrative on that, because every way you say it, when you say things, there should be a positive connotation to it. So we don't fail. We just have delayed success. Can we agree to that, y'all? Can we agree that we're not failing? We're going to have just delayed success. I'm talking to y'all.
Brothers and sisters.
It's an opportunity. That's right, Julie. It's a learning opportunity. But you have to be invested in learning. What up, sweet? That's the investment that should come from failing, is what you learn from it. Hopefully you all are better learners. Yeah, Clicko, don't that feel better? Hey, when somebody said, did you lose? Nah, man, I just have delayed success. Which means I didn't win today, but eventually I will win. Do you hear that? Do you hear how powerful that is to say I had delayed success? Hey, you got that job yet? Nah, man, it's just, I'm just having a little delayed success right now. It's all good. That's right, Jersey. If you learn, You never lose. You either win or you advance yourself. Those are it. Those are it. You either there is no losing, and that's a matter of mindset. And if you have that, you'll get what you want eventually because you understand you have never failed. Ain't that crazy? If you really position yourself, I ain't never failed in nothing. Oh, what about that girl you was dating and y'all thought y'all was going to do that? Yeah, I didn't really fail at that relationship. What it did was prepare me for the relationship that's really going to go the long route. You know what I'm saying? I didn't fail at that. Oh, that job didn't work out because really what happened was it was positioning me to be in a better position to grow from it. I couldn't grow at that job. You know what I'm saying? That job wasn't promoting the kind of growth that I needed. So that's all that was. Understanding that what you say matters, not only to yourself, but to those 7.5 trillion cells that you have. They don't need to hear you talking down on yourself. I understand there's a word out there called depression, but I don't understand it. When you position yourself differently and communicate to yourself differently about the things that you have, that you're challenged with. Challenges just means there's an opportunity for you to put forth the right effort and energy to succeed. All of us are going to have challenges throughout life. That's what it's about. It's challenging you so that you can see how you can expand and grow. Yep, it's a growth opportunity, a stepping stone to elevate to the next level. You're absolutely right, Jersey. That's exactly what it is. And without them, that's right. LA said, I have never failed either. That's right. I'm talking to winners in the room right now. And some of you have won time and time again. And some people have won. And listen, here's another term in the conversation I have with people often is you have to know when you're winning. You have to know when you're winning. Do you know some people don't know when they're up? Like, there are people who don't know when they're up. And I say to them, listen, you do know that you're winning right now, right? Like, you do know that you're on top of the game right now. Like, you got to know when you're winning. Too many people can't identify the wins. Like, there's a meme out there right now, and I like the meme because it does this. It transitions people from thinking that there is no success in something that has happened to them. You know what I mean? And there's a statement there where they're like, where they say a win is a win, right? And I like it. Yeah, delayed success. That's all that is. But they say a win is a win. What up, Strictly? Welcome. Strictly got here a little early today. That's what's up. Welcome. It's important that we identify those wins within those so-called delayed. Well, there are wins inside of delayed successes. And if we're not paying attention to that, you will always think that you're failing. So you got to identify that. The faster you identify it, the quicker you'll be more agile in those situations that would normally bring you down. Also, check this out. You know another key to getting what you want? That's what's up, Bird Nest. Bird Nest said, wow, this conversation is really opening my eyes. That's what's up. That's all. Listen, I get on from 9 to about 11 every day, and that's why. Miss One of a Kind, what's up? It's just to open you up a little bit. I just want you to be motivated, inspired. I want you to see things a little differently. But one of the simplest things, I'm finna show y'all, one of the simplest things to getting what you want. By the way, I need everyone on here right now, if you can, whether you're on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, if you're listening to me right now, I would love for everyone, there's about 45 people here right now on TikTok. I would love for all of you, if you have not done this yet, I would love for all of you, if you have not done this yet, to go to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Dwight_Scrap_Reynolds. I'm a pause for the cause and let y'all go there right now. Go there right now and subscribe. I'm gonna wait. Actually, I'm gonna pause for the cause, but y'all do that right quick. I'll be right back. Okay. No, your screen ain't froze. That's funny, Joetta. All right, so I just asked y'all to do that. Letitia said, this is so embarrassing, but it took me 2 abusive relationships to finally get to one magnificent relationship. And I'm not an easy person to deal with, but he handles it so well. You had delayed success. That's all that is. Okay, so she said my screen froze. Joetta, that was me getting up. I just said, I'm a pause for the cause. You so crazy. That is hilarious. All right, so I just gave you guys another example of how to get what you want. Can y'all give me a thumbs up if you were able to go over there? What's up? That's my brother, Big Paulie. Y'all follow him. Y'all give me a thumbs up if y'all went over to my YouTube and subscribe. There is no judgment here. If you did, just give me a thumbs up. Letitia said, as women, we fall into comfort and think that we can't do any better. We forget what good really feels like. It's a whole lot that go into that, Letitia, man. If I unpack, there's so much that in that conversation about why, people settle. We'll have to dive into that another day too. That's a really good conversation. That conversation is gonna be called Stuck Like Chuck. It's at the top, Miss One of a Kind. It's the name that I use here on TikTok too. Stuck Like Chuck in a rut. We'll talk about that. Being stuck like Chuck in a rut. What? How to settling in those relationships. It's important to have that conversation. Okay, then type in ICGREEN1. I don't know why it should come up the other way though. It should come up with my name. Let me know when y'all have done that. And there's a reason why I asked y'all to do that. Because of course, we're talking about getting what you want. There's a reason why I asked y'all to do that. Because one of the key things to getting what you want can simply be just asking for it. That could be one of the simplest ways to get what you want, is just ask for it. I just asked you all to follow me on YouTube. That's what I want. I want you to follow me on YouTube as well. So I asked for it. I didn't even explain it. I just asked. And sometimes it's just that simple. Some people will require or ask you to explain why. And that's a different conversation and a different level of relationship. I cannot get into subscription. No, what do you mean? When you go to YouTube, just hit the button. Not on TikTok, on YouTube, Joetta. Asking for what you want is a way to get what you want. And listen, there are several ways to ask and several reasons to ask and several things that you should do when asking. Ask God. Ask God first and foremost. God, please let this boom. And we all understand, if you're a religious person, you understand that when you ask for it, ask and you will receive. But you got to ask for it with an open and pure heart, and then you got to take the action that goes with asking. There is action that goes with asking. I'm sorry. LA said on YouTube, you are a breath of fresh air. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to breathe life into all that can hear me right now, as well as, I'm energized from that. I get energized from being able to have these conversations. But just asking is part of it. Most of us don't ask, and we have an expectancy to get what we want. Ain't that crazy? What up, Tashi? Ain't that crazy that we have an expectancy to get what we want, but we don't ask for it? Y'all understand that everything that you ever wanted in life came from you opening your mouth. You're so quick to demolish other people or to admonish other people or talk crazy about folks, but you won't even invest in yourself by a little bit of asking. What up, Nikki? Ask. Ask yourself. Ask yourself, what am I going to do to get what I want? What am I willing to do to get what I want? Many have done more. I can tell you right now, you have done more for less in your life. You have done more for less. That's how I be looking at folks. I be like, yo, can you do da-da-da-da? And they be like, huh? Huh? I be like, but you did this other stuff, man, that didn't benefit you. And I'm asking you to do something that's benefit. Come on, man. In life, people have done more for less. Y'all really want to manage that. Y'all really want to pay attention to that. Have you given more attention, more access to things that don't benefit you than to the things that will benefit you? How are you moving? That's the real question. So ask for it. Don't only ask the people that you're asking. If you really want what you want, ask God to motivate the people that are around them. I'm giving y'all some real game right now. I really need y'all to understand that. I need y'all to say, however, whomever and whatever y'all pray to, God, unharden that person's heart. I need this to happen. Universe, I'm putting in the universe right now. I'm asking the universe to shift these things around this person so that this can happen. Y'all understand how powerful that is? Do you understand that at that point it's almost like you are asking your ancestors to intervene on your behalf? Like especially with the heavy lifting, if it's stuff that's huge in your life that you want an adjustment to, you can't do that by yourself. Come on, man. You can't make these decisions by yourself. You can't have these changes by yourself. No, you're going to need help. So you need to ask for it. That's what's up. It's one of a kind. And that's what you can't be so prideful that your mouth won't shape into the form of a question. Hey, I was just asking, I did this the other day. So I was at the gym. Working out, and I've been throwing up 205. No. I've been throwing up what? 185? 245s and 225s, 50, 90. Yeah, 185. And I can throw up 185 at least 12 times without help. So literally, just so y'all understand, that means I could probably throw up 225 or 250, a one-off. Y'all know how people max out. I could probably max out around 250, 275. So when I'm doing this workout the other day, it's my third time because I do them in sets of 3, the way I circuit train. I do them in sets of 3, and there was this trainer that was just standing around, and I was like, yo, can you spot me? Now, normally I never ask people to spot me in the gym, but I asked, and I got what I want. She spotted me. I didn't actually, what I realized is I needed her to spot me because I wanted to go to another level, meaning I wanted to go past the point of my comfort zone. I hope y'all heard that. I asked someone to help me so I could have a breakthrough. I asked someone to help me so that I could go further than I've gone before. What does that do? That encourages me and strengthens me at the same time. It strengthens my body. So next time I'm in the gym, I'm going to throw up 205. I'm going to put, instead of doing the 25, I'm going to throw the 35s on there. And I'm going to toss it up. Felicia said, you can pick me up. That's hilarious. I'm going to throw the 205 on there, and I'm going to start working out with 205. Not that I'm trying to get bigger. I like my size. I just need the shape now. I'm sculpting. So in order to sculpt, I have to push myself past my comfort zone to get to another level. I had to ask somebody. I know when I hit the gym, when I hit my chest next week, I'm going to have to ask somebody, hey, I'm going to do something that I don't normally do, and I need your help. It's going to help me get what I want. It's going to help me get the results that I want, but I can't do it on my own. Some people are afraid to have an accountability partner. That's what I am for y'all. And you didn't even have to ask. So that's the other cool thing is if people see you doing something, they may just help you get what you want without even, you know what I'm saying? But in order to have the breakthrough, you're going to need some help. A lot of y'all were already on your physical training before we met. A lot of y'all was already on your, I want to be healthy, I want to do things differently journey when y'all met me. And then our thing just aligned, and there were things that I brought to the table that helped some people break through. And I know that motivation and that those results are exactly what's needed for you to champion your life and to champion the breakthrough that you want. No, Felicia, don't be starting in January. Start tomorrow. Start today. That delayed success that you're trying to have, you just delayed it by another month. Everything that y'all want is on the other side of your consistency and your sacrifice. Sacrifice the weight. Sacrifice that distance you're placing between getting what you want and going after what you want. We're going to be here. You got us already. That don't mean nothing. She said it's Christmas. This goes back to that part that I was saying about sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice for your goals? Felicia, listen, I sacrifice all the time. If you don't think I like food, you are tripping. My brother Paul, who's on here, cooks all the time. I sacrifice eating. I would love to eat some of his food sometime, but I don't. I would love to have pizza every day, but I don't. You know what I mean? And that's how you should treat events like that. I like the fact that you said that, Taushi. You should treat events, special events, as just that, a special event. And you should be prepared. These things like that, Felicia, I like to talk about those things in forms of elasticity. Instead of stretching out the period of time that you're going to wait to do something for a whole month, don't stretch the elasticity on your results that way. Don't celebrate the whole month. Celebrate the day of. If you must, celebrate 2 days instead of 31. That is all I'm saying. What up, B Alpha? I'm saying just celebrate differently so that you can maintain your posture and your results. You don't need to delay your progress by a whole month and say I'm starting at the beginning of the year, because if you say I'm starting at the beginning of the year, you also say, you know what, I'm gonna wait till after Valentine's Day. I'll wait till after Easter. I'll wait till after Memorial Day. I'll wait till after the 4th of July. I'll wait till after Labor Day. And next thing you know, you're back here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a matter of focus and how bad do you want what you want. I just know people who really want what they want and nothing can stop them. Not a time, not a date. What up, Dr. James? People go after what they want with reckless abandonment. I've seen them have the most success. I've seen people who with less do more. I've seen people who don't have all of the things that most of us have and they succeed in life because they have I have to have it and I don't care how I'm going to get it. I'm going to go after it with reckless abandonment. Do y'all know there are people out there who are successful at singing who can't really sing? Do y'all know that? Do y'all know there are people who are successful in the singing business who can't sing? Yep. But because they believe what they believe and they want what they want, they go after it like they can. And they go after it so much that you start believing it. And their confidence about what they want expands and expands and expands. And next thing you know, you're actually listening to one of those people that you don't think can sing. Why? Because they've created a song that felt great. It was based off of their determination. What up, Damani? Do you understand? When going after what you want, there's a confidence that has to be associated with it. So we talked about failing at it to get what you want. Yep. And Tasha, you start singing the song along with them. And because you can sing better than them, you actually adding it. So there's a song out there right now that is people are covering. Have y'all heard this song called Yams? Can we get to the yams? Yams, yams, yams. It's like saying, can we get to the money? But her confidence and in her lineage, Alpha, we can't talk about Janet Jackson. Get off Janet Jackson, man. You cannot talk. Listen, I will not allow anybody to blaspheme Janet Jackson. Okay? She can sing, and she fine, and she can dance, and she embodies everything that a super dope artist should embody. I'm sorry. We're not going to talk about Janet. We don't talk about Janet. No, no, no. We don't talk about Janet. She said she was going to... We don't talk about Janet. You can actually change it and put her name in there. We don't talk about Janet. No, no, no. That's how I feel. Can't talk about Janet, man. She's an icon in the community. She comes from royalty. We can't do that. People said Michael Jackson couldn't sing till you heard them acapellas. When you heard Michael's acapellas, you was like, yo, this dude can sing. Man, that dude, come on, man. We ain't gonna talk about that. Thank you, Jalissa. I appreciate you tuning in. You always support, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Share the room a couple times, and if you want to, hit the gifted thing too. All right. Yeah, Janet is and Mike, that whole family. So we can't talk about Janet. But failing is a way for you to see things clearer. Asking for is really being intentional. You must be intentional about the things you want. So when Felicia says, hey, I'm gonna wait till January, that would tell me, well, she's serious about the change or adjustment that she wants, but she's not as serious as a person who is effectively starting immediately. It's not that big of a deal to her as it is to another individual. And that's okay too. Everybody doesn't have to move at the same urgency. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a requirement for your success of getting what you want. Maybe getting what you want can wait. I'm a person who, when I want what I want, I'm moving towards it. I'm sorry. I'm on it. I get, and to my detriment, sometimes I get tunnel vision and I'm on it. I don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm the person that I don't like talking about the things that need to be done when they still need to be done. I just got to do it. I have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully more people take action like that because it'll get things done quicker and you'll be ahead of the game. Michelle can sing. She just got a different. Letitia said, let me tell you, when they got rid of the girl, when they got rid of Toya and Latoya Luckett and Tisha, I think her name was, from Destiny Child, and they brought in Michelle. Michelle can sing. She just got a thin voice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like that. Alpha, stop saying what y'all want as if it's not attainable. Man, go get your membership and go to the gym. What are you saying? Like, I'm the guy, Alpha, that would be at the gym at 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. because because of the statement you said. I wouldn't say I want to go to the gym. I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go. There's a difference in the way that people who really want something speak about it. And that's all I keep telling y'all. Change the way you communicate with yourself about the goals that you want. No. You don't even have to make Tashi. He don't even have to make his own gym. So what I used to do to get me started and motivated to going, because again, nobody just does. Some of y'all don't instantly pop into gear. What you do is you start at home. So you start doing the homework, push-ups, sit-ups, running around the neighborhood. That's my warm-up. I do that for 1 week before I attempt to go to anybody's gym. What does that do? It's called preconditioning. Preconditioning is awesome when trying to go after what you want. Meaning you're already making it setting things up to make it easier to get what you want. You got to put yourself in position to receive what you're asking for. Some of y'all got your hands like this saying, gimme, gimme, gimme. How you going to get something with your hands full? How you going to get something with your hands closed? Gimme, gimme, gimme. I want this, I want that. But your hands is closed. If y'all don't start making room, I didn't even write that down. Let me write that down. Make room for the things you want. Oh my God, that's such a bigger conversation though. Make room. I'm gonna have to extend this thing. Make room for what you want. I know I just hurt somebody. Right in the heart with that. Some of y'all are trying to find love with a full heart already. Y'all got a full heart for somebody who don't care nothing about you, but you got a full heart trying to get into something new. Ooh, if I talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it. Some of y'all are holding on to a love, talking about you trying to find new love. Come on, man. I'm not going to have that conversation today. I just needed to write that down. Make room for what you want. That's what we're going to talk. We're going to get on to that next week, but I need, some of y'all got a closet full of clothes, still buying clothes. Come on, man. That's all I'm saying. But we're going to get into that. So you got to fail to get what you want, asking for what you want, but speak life into what you want. Nah, man, don't get caught up on what to eat. Just do the work, bro. Your stomach will tell you what to eat. Your mind will tell you what to eat. Nikki said guilty until 4 weeks ago. I got this. That's right, you do. And Tashi said me. I'm the somebody that you're talking about. And that matters. It matters that you are honest about your position. It's honest that you talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I'll tell y'all this. Anybody who knew me when I got back from college. So let me explain. When I went to college, I played basketball in college. When I was at college playing, I sprained both my ankles, and that kind of got me off the court, for a long time. But it actually helped me position myself to want to do music. My brother Sterl, he was the one who introduced me to music production. He had this old Ensoniq sampler that he got from his job. and we were figuring it out. Like one of the things I used to really enjoy about being around my brother Sterling is that we were always learning stuff. Like he and I broke down his studio 3 or 4 times, and every time I broke it down, I learned something new about it. You know what I mean? I learned something new about the ins and outs and the processes that go into, that's why I can break down my studio like tonight or tomorrow. I'm gonna break it down over the weekend. I'm gonna reset everything up. I may pull the carpet up in this room. I got so many things that I'm planning on doing that you guys, it'll be difficult for me throughout the week, but I might take all of my equipment out of my studio that is currently in here, take the carpet out and do whatever, you know what I'm saying, and then re-put everything back in here. But I used to enjoy that process with him, and it taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? My brother charged me for studio time. Like now, I know y'all tripping. He charged me for studio time, and I was mad as hell. I was mad when he used to do that. He used to charge me $10 an hour. It wasn't much, but he charged me, and in doing that, he made me faster. He made me. It was almost like some Danielson wax on, wax off. You don't know that the process of doing that is making you better, making you sharper. But he charged me $10 an hour at a time where I didn't have a whole lot of money. So that $10 really meant something to me. So it made me focus. It made me want to be faster, but also dope. Like it made me good. You know what I'm saying? So when other people were taking 2 hours and 3 hours to complete songs, I was doing them in 30 minutes. And so in that agility that I learned how to be fast, it has benefited me so much in my life because people don't only want things done great, they want them done quick. And I'm able to provide both because of the processes of doing that. But anyone who knew me around that time, when it came to music and production, I was synonymous with music, with entertainment, with performing. There's not a person in that you would have met that will tell you that they didn't foresee me being in the entertainment business. There's nobody who would have met me then, who knew me then, who would have met me now, that would tell you that I wouldn't be doing what I ended up doing. They'll say, he was always in the studio. He was always making music. He was dancing somewhere. He was singing somewhere. He was telling jokes somewhere. He was always doing something. So when I say that, I was championed by the community because of how I was focused, because of how I was speaking life, but I was living life into my purpose. I was living life into getting what I want. There was nobody who could tell me that. And I still believe one of the goals, like I keep telling you, one of my goals is to get a Grammy. Now, have I slacked off on my goal to do that? Absolutely. And so I'm not surprised that I'm not nominated because I have not done anything to be in that position again. You know what I'm saying? I've been nominated. I was nominated once before, and I told myself then I'm going to go harder for it. You know what I mean? The business ended up changing, and the way that things work ended up changing. And instead of adapting and flipping it on its head and doing it my way, I actually pulled myself back away from it. And so that was one of the lessons that I learned. Like, I got to change that. I got to change how I approach that. So now I have a new mindset. I surrounded myself with some different people who have that same goal, and we're pushing for it. Tashina, I appreciate that. She said, she sent a super sticker called Vibes. That's what's up. I appreciate it. Yo, that's what's up. It's all good. You know what I'm saying, DJ Dub? You know what I'm saying? You leave an impression when you leave, so we know you coming back. You know your spirit is still in the room. For those of you who are still on the lives, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all are sharing the live or whatnot. We're doing good on the lives, on the shares and everything. I appreciate everybody who's gone above and beyond. Today has been a really, really cool day. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing everybody really being more participating and valuing the time with the super likes, with the super chats, with the gifting and stuff. I really appreciate that. The badges as well. That all is huge in showing how much y'all appreciate my time. But we failed, we asked for it, and we spoke life into what we want intentionally. So start evaluating that. Your intent, right? The one thing that the one thing that I kind of, that bothers me in life is people with good intentions but bad follow through. It's hard to get what you want when you only talk about it, but you don't do the work to get it. Talking, there has to be more walking than talking in your chase for your dream, so to speak. I hate to say that. I hate to say chasing a dream when it should be, creating your reality. Dreams just seem like they're not something that can happen while you're awake. Nobody wants to live a sleep life. You know what I'm saying? So chasing your reality is a better way that I would love to associate what we're doing. And as you're doing it, you know what I'm saying? You got to have fun. You got to have fun. You find your way of enjoying it. Because really, that's an indicator about whether you really want to do it or really, if it's really something for you. Most people who are having success in life enjoy what they do. I enjoy what I do. When I sit down to make music and create and learn different things, I enjoy sitting here speaking to you guys and having these conversations. I enjoy it. I know y'all see it in my face. I know I be behind these glasses sometimes, but I know y'all see it. And to your point, Tashi says you have to work for what you want. I agree, but I also agree with it's not work if you having fun doing it. Like, it's not work. And every day ain't gonna be the same day like that. So you find the parts of it that you can enjoy, that you will enjoy, because that's the part that makes the difference. Every day, man, if y'all don't have something, if y'all don't think of something funny, I don't know, like, I don't know if I could be in corporate America. I thought about it, and I hear some of the stories and some of the stuff y'all go through, and all I could think of is how I would respond to stuff like that. Like, in the workplace, just like when I was in school, I can't not have fun. So the workplace, in these places where they want you to have a stick up your butt and be all uptight, I don't think I can manage that. Yes, Latasha said, oh, absolutely. When it's fun, it does not feel like the drag of work. That is what I was told. Like what Joetta said, that's what she was told. What you do, make it fun. And that's easy in life. Like, hopefully y'all all have figured that out. And y'all are, there's a funny bone in everybody that's on this live that you can bring to your job that will make you. I crack up by myself. I crack up by myself all the time. I just want y'all to know that. There are things that make me crack up all the time. What up, Aya, Abdul? There are things that I crack up about myself or about different things all the time. Y'all ever seen what is the Jim Carrey movie where he has to tell the truth? Yeah, see? The corporate culture for the most part is soul crushing unless you're at the top of the food chain. I've heard that. I've been good, man. Welcome back. Every place I've managed and worked always made it fun and family. That's why it's been a success, Tashi. That's why people will always remember you. You know what I mean? I work 18 hours in my salon every day, but Sunday. I absolutely love it. Yep. And salons are fun anyway, because salons and barbershops are fun because, people don't, Liar, that's the movie, yeah. So in Liar, I liken my life in the position I have most times to the conversation he has with himself on the elevator. This is me. I've had better. That's me in a nutshell. I'll think of something that has happened throughout the day or through the week randomly, and I'll be like, that was funny. Like, I am quick to give a moment its moment several times. Y'all have to carry those moments around with you more than the pain points that a lot of people like to put over their shoulder and carry. Clicko took it to another place. Clicko said, I like to have fun everywhere I work, but shoot, I'm looking to be my own brand. That's what's up. Hubby a barber, and when I'm free, I sit with him and be laughing the whole time. Cause the barber shop is lit. I'm sorry. Every now and again, y'all just need to go to the barbershop and just sit down and chill out and listen to the stories and listen to the perspectives and conversations that come through there. Especially when it's one of those barbershops that has the dopest barbershops have the young kids, the young barbers, and then they have like one or two old school barbers in there. And the logic that you learn from those cats is ridiculously dope. Because you have a young cat who's inexperienced talking his part, and then you have an old head who got a different perspective that is eye-opening, because a lot of the things that, and this is why our elders are so important, and also our wealth of information in getting what we want, because they can get you in a position of understanding. There was a time where they couldn't get what they want. And they had to adjust what they wanted based off of what it is. Lady Mac said, Lizzo is my inside voice, the old man reading the newspaper. Once you see the newspaper is on. That's hilarious. Yep, it's a mixed age and beauty shop. It'd be a mess. Those are the listen. Ask yourself, how often do we do that, man? How often do we cherish or sit around with the elders and hear their perspective on how to make your life the life that you want? How to get to the point of breakthrough? How to get these goals accomplished that you want? How often do we sit and get that voice? And Lizzo is a great source for you, Lady Mac. I mean, and when I say that, I mean Lizzo is a great voice to have in your head because she lives by a mantra that I live by, which is give no Fs. Don't care. Do what you just do. Just go with it. You know what I'm saying? I am a person who says why not more than I say why. And that's how you kind of got to, look at your life is, are you a why? Like when somebody say, hey, you want to go do this? And you be like, why? Or are you a person to be like, why not? All right, let's do it. Life is an adventure. So getting what you want requires you to take risks. It requires you to, like I said, be reckless sometimes, because in that you'll discover more about yourself that'll get you closer to your goal. Now, I'm not saying take, life risking risks. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, to take penitentiary chances. I'm not saying do nothing like that. But what I am saying is, sometimes, go for that, ask for that raise, ask for that position, go for these things that you know what I'm saying, that you feel like, are on the other edge of the, are on the other end of your question. Just ask it. Why not? The worst that can happen is you remain how you are. Getting what you want requires you to be uncomfortable. How uncomfortable are you willing to be? Felicia, are you willing to start whatever it was you're going to start today versus waiting a whole month? What up, Enough? That's the real question. How uncomfortable are you willing to be? Because the consistency that's required may not be comfortable in the beginning, but I'm telling you, it's like that first drink. Like the first time y'all drank the apple cider vinegar drink, I know most people's like, ew. I know you was like, yo, what has Scrap got me doing? I know the first time that you drank the apple cider vinegar drink, you was like, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep this up. But what you realize is the more that you would do it and the results that you see from it, now you're starting to change. Your perspective is different. And now you'll be like, psh, I can do this in my sleep. So getting what you want requires, it's a hard start sometimes. I'll admit that. Same like for Alpha, who's saying he wants to work out. It's a hard start sometimes. But start you must. Because not starting, you will wake up a year from now and somebody who started with you will have done what needed to be done and they will be on their way. Lady Mac said, I said this morning I was going to get up and do a live meditation. I only found you when I was figuring out how to go live. Now I'm procrastinating listening to you instead of doing it. Thanks. This was a boost. Okay, there's a little positive, negative in there, but I like the positive and I'm going to go with that. You know what I mean? Don't might start. Oh my God, Felicia. If you don't hear nothing I've ever said, Felicia said, I might start walking. No, Felicia, start walking. Don't negotiate your results with those. Watch what you say and how you say it. I might means it's giving you, if there's doubt in it. Yep, that's right. My brother's telling you exactly what it is. Stop saying want. Start doing. Start. You know what I'm saying? I would just say stop talking altogether and just get busy. You don't owe us any conversation with what your intentions are. I would just tell you, I would rather hear you say, yes, tomorrow, hey, I walked. That's what's up. Tashi said she's doing an 8 a.m. walk on Sunday. So before you go to church, because we know church don't start till 9, you could get your you can get your walk on. And these are things that you can do to get you started. Like I said, there's some stuff is a soft start, but there are ways that you can minimize, that pain point in the beginning. And just get to it, man. The results are waiting on you. What you want is on the other side of your consistency and your sacrifice. Man, if I don't say that enough, if I don't say consistency and sacrifice in the same sentence enough, I don't know what I'm saying. Because it's so impactful for your life and the changes that you want. So manage how you use your words. That's all I'm saying. We've been taught to think and speak a certain way that has become unbeneficial. Yep, Paul said go to the mall and walk around. Now, when he says that, he's saying don't go in those stores because we know how it's like magnets in the stores for women who be shopping. Yeah, man, it would have been lit, bro. It'd have been lit. My experience in St. Louis was lit for sure. But don't delay your success, y'all. Don't delay getting what you want for all these other minor distractions. Don't delay getting what you want. You can have it. Nobody said, listen, you don't have to wait to get what you want if you do the work now. You can get what you want and you can get it faster. Like when people think about like, yo, I want to be a millionaire, I don't think they understand what that really means, because for you to have the kind of success that to become a millionaire means you have to already be putting things in play and staying consistent with it. And as you do it, enjoy the journey as you build it, because it'll be fun. And once you get that million, you'll say, I'm going to keep on going. That's the conversation I'm having with y'all regarding Black History Month. Black History Month, I keep telling y'all, look, Black History Month this year should be as synonymous with the success of the Million Man March as anything. Like this Black History Month, leading up to it right now, you all should be buying a gift or even gift wrapping paper. There's a Black-owned gift wrapping company called Green Light or Green Tops. I can't even look at it because all my phones are being used. I think they're called Green Tops. So y'all can buy a black wrapping paper. They got T-shirts and all those things, but y'all can support this black company. It's called Green Tops. They have Black Santa Claus on their shirts. Some of y'all might have already seen it, or y'all seen me wear it. I've been supporting them since they started. But that's something you can already start doing. You can start finding, I've been putting up, I think it's called Entropy or something like that. If y'all look on my page, there's a black sneaker company. And I'm only mentioning these things to y'all now so y'all can start already purchasing from these places. So when Black History Month comes along, which name, Nikki? Green Tops is, if you type in Green Top or put Black Santa next to it, like Green Top Black Santa, you'll find their website. And it's not on my, I'll post it somewhere. If you're following me, you'll see it on either my Instagram or somewhere like that. Because I've been introducing people to places like that so that you can support these companies. And more importantly, during Black History Month, completely support black designers, black farmers, black supermarkets, black clothing stores, like we've supported every other community. That's all I'm saying. We've been there for every other community. Do y'all know we're the biggest spenders in the history of spending? Yet, the circulation of the black dollar is only 6 hours in our community. Red Baby says she's looking for a black. I'm sure there's several black nail salons in Charlotte. Shoot, a major metropolis like that. Ask around though. So in those situations, just get a referral. You know what I'm saying? It's best and that's one of the best things that I think you can do when dealing with any business is find a referral. Find somebody who's going to point you in the right direction and say, hey, this is I vouch for them. You know what I mean? Referrals always work out best in life, if you ask me. If you can get a referral, do that. But that's the goal for this Black History Month. My goal is for it to be ridiculously impactful financially. And hopefully the plan is to make this impact in February and then watch it continue past that point. But it's mostly alcohol, clothes, and Jordans, and never the organic food sector. But that's a conversation, Clicko, that we need to have with the community. If you watched me on my videos that I posted from my trip, I kept posting to people, y'all haven't seen this, have y'all? And I would show them grapes that had seeds in it. Why? Because everybody wants this processed and don't understand. Like, we don't have a major voice in the health department of our health that we do with other things, you know. You guys had, I don't know if y'all knew this, is it NLE Chopper, right? One of the young rappers, NLE Chopper, was trying to communicate that. I mean, he did a whole video about why he was eating what he was eating. You know what I'm saying? He's a healthy cat. You can see him. He's physically healthy. And he was communicating about that. And nobody championed that message. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. we don't know how to support each other correctly. And hopefully this is the curving of that. I think now more than ever, especially with all the news of these major companies and facilities just willy-nilly being able to pull the carpet up from underneath black men's feet that are out here earning them money and putting them in position is something that should be sparking the conversation of black ownership and black support. So that was a major reason for that conversation. But I don't get into the conversation too much. People think you're will think you're Kanye West crazy when you say that segregation was probably one of the worst things that could have happened to the community that's out there, is because now instead of shopping with each other, they opened up to you shopping with others. Just on GP, but that's another conversation for another day. I don't want to get into, I don't want to talk political today. I think I just wanted to enjoy continuing our conversation on getting what you want. And hopefully you guys are already putting things in place to get what you want so you can have what you want for the long haul. And the continuation of getting what you want. I won't speak on it this weekend. I'm going to speak on it Monday. Monday we're going to pick up. It's going to be make room for what you want. Make room for what you want.
Have a bite to eat with me, Dwight Scrap Reynolds.
Today has been amazing on every level. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, let's do that now. I'm gonna give y'all a minute to subscribe. We can hit the like button. We can share on the way out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some last minute people can come in and hear this last piece of conversation. Or if you feel like you had a good time today, you know what I'm saying, hit the like button, share. Some of you have already done amazing gifting. I want to, I appreciate everybody who has gone above and beyond and have bought super chats and super likes on YouTube. For those people who have bought gifting and subscribed, Jersey subscribed again on TikTok, and the people who bought badges on Instagram, I appreciate y'all. If y'all want, you can Cash App or whatever, that's available as well for anyone who's done that, which I can't see it right now. I haven't seen one come up. I appreciate y'all. For those who Cash App yesterday, so just so y'all understand, like a couple people Cash App yesterday. I think it was Paula and Tashi or somebody. I can't remember the names, but they Cash App me yesterday, and it's funny. Shortly after you guys Cash App me, I got a phone call, and I'm not gonna put their name on blast, but I got a phone call from somebody, and they were like, "Man, I've done some things. They're amazing things that I've done, but I did some things and I am completely broke. Now, I made some investments. I won't always be broke, but I made some investments." What's up, Miss Mickey? All late on a Friday. But he basically said that he was hungry. So for whoever it was, for the people that Cash App me yesterday, I forwarded that Cash App to him so he could eat. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what the residual stuff, when y'all do stuff like that, it's funny because it's always worked out and given me opportunities to bless other people. So those are some of the ways that those things happen. And I want to let y'all know that y'all, when y'all do different things like that, it goes bigger than me. That was working out. That worked out great for him. And I think that he's going to be better for it. You know what I'm saying? I felt good doing it. And I felt like it was super awesome that you guys put me in a position where helping him will go further than, than it did for helping me. Like I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. When y'all Cash at me, I head right over to Smoothie King or to one of them juice bars and I grab me a smoothie because I know that's what the intent is when you guys do it. You're like, yo, have a smoothie on me, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what Lady Mac said. It takes a lot for people to reach out for help. It does. You know what I'm saying? And I was surprised. It's ridiculous. I don't think, for some reason, I didn't think I would be on that person's list of people to call in time of need. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy when somebody does that, you know what I mean? And I didn't hesitate because it was available. You know what I'm saying? I would have done it had you guys not even Cash at me. But the fact that there was, some reserve to do that, I was like, what are we talking about here? Somebody call you on the phone and say like, yo, I'm not going to have a way to, to eat. I'm like, come on, man. That's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? We're too blessed. And I would say that to y'all, like, have y'all seen what I delight sometimes? I watch these videos on YouTube, and there are certain guys that go around giving people, you know, they act like they're homeless, and they're asking people, say, hey, can you spare $1, or can you do something like that? And people, man, you'd be surprised. Like, listen, y'all, we're too blessed not to bless others. Like, we're too blessed of a people to have breath in our bodies, to have a mind to think, to be able to move around. Most of us have cars and homes and nice things in them, that when you see somebody who just needs $1, or somebody says, you have any spare change, you let them know, no, this ain't spare change, but I will intentionally take this money to give to you because you need it more than I do. There is no such thing as spare change for anybody who, you know what I'm saying, who is out here working and earning, you know what I'm saying? But you take it and you let them understand, like, hey, you know, yeah, here's $1, man. I work at such and such, you know what I'm saying? So this is you know, a bit of the money that I use working, but I know you need it more than I do. And that helps them understand that there's value in several different places, and you know, that dollar just doesn't miraculously appear, but it comes from a place, in a good place, and that you're intentionally giving to them. Lady Mac said, when I was wrongfully evicted, I couldn't even reach out to my family or friends, and it wasn't even my fault, but I'm humbled to have met people I was not paying attention to on the street. A source above me put in a place to be humble. Yeah, so that's kind of what it is, you know what I'm saying? And this season of life right now can and usually affords people the opportunity to give. My mother instilled that in me. She's probably one of the biggest givers, and almost to her detriment at times, but God takes really good care of my mom. I can't even front. Her faithfulness and her due diligence, when she's always looking for an opportunity to bless somebody else. So that's where that comes from. But I love watching them. And it's funny. It's almost like a karma thing that they do on YouTube. Y'all should watch it and subscribe to these guys' channels and support them whenever you can. But they will ask for $1, right? And nobody will give it to them. You see these people walking by in suits, and you see these people who are, you know, clearly have had some success in life, won't give these people $1. And then finally, what you realize is those that have the least are out there doing the most. I watched homeless people give up the money that they had been on the corner accumulating, give them $1. And in return, the special part is having that good heart, having that giving spirit. Those people who run those channels typically either give them 10 times the amount they gave them, or $1,000. I saw them give yesterday. I saw them give $10,000 to this one guy. They put it in the form of flowers, and they had a note on it with a check that said, keep going after your dreams. I know you've had a setback, blah, 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 and gave a guy $10,000. This is what I enjoy. This is why I tell y'all to come to YouTube more so than anything, right? I tell y'all to come to YouTube because YouTube, for the amount of time that you watch the videos on YouTube, it helps. The subscriberships help. Like, if I get to 10,000 subscribers, I can put merchandise on there that people can buy or whatever, but I can also blow up the page to the point where your watching of the videos can actually make a difference. So when y'all see those YouTubers who have like 100,000 subscribers and they get 300,000-400,000 views on their videos, well, that equals about $7,000-8,000 for each video, if not more. And what that allows them to do is to give back. Mr. Beast can do what he does because he makes a ridiculous amount of money because he got over, I think he has the most followers on YouTube. It's like 100 million or something like that. Some crazy amount of followers. I want to say it's 100 million followers. It might even be, it's some ridiculous number like that. But because he has those amount of followers who watch his videos on a regular basis, he's able to give away Ferraris. He's able to give away homes. He's able to give away tens of thousands of dollars. And that's just from people watching his channel. It's not from anybody doing anything else financial. So when you guys watch me on TikTok, I appreciate it. I think this is a great engagement place. One of the things that I like about TikTok is this is probably the marketing place, I think, for Instagram and for YouTube, meaning that your conversation should always start on TikTok, but it should also lend itself to the platform like YouTube. All roads lead to YouTube, if you ask me. Why? Because YouTube, for the participation that you guys have shown me on a regular basis for hours and at a time, that TikTok does not the same way, it doesn't mean the same thing on TikTok that it means on YouTube. So when y'all hear me express, yo, come over to YouTube and watch, come over to YouTube and watch, if 20 people were watching YouTube for the duration of the time that we were on here, that would equal like maybe $2-3 or whatever. Now I know that doesn't mean a lot to you guys, but it does accumulate over time. And what happens is when people see 20 people in a live, then more people will join that live. They say, oh, there must be something here worth seeing. It's like watching an accident. When y'all see 1 or 2 people see something crazy, y'all don't stop. But if y'all see 50 people looking at something, what do y'all do? Everybody stops. So I'm trying to make sure that eventually this will happen. Eventually my YouTube live will get to over 100 to 200 to 300 people in that live during the time that I'm on it. I'm excited about seeing that. You know what I mean? And these are the things when I say how to get what you want, these are the things that I'm preparing to do. You know what I mean? I want that, so I'm going to start shifting things to make that happen. And I'm going to always implore so I don't, you know, I'm not looking to leave anyone behind. That's why I always say, make sure you're following my YouTube, because there will be a time where I will dedicate a majority of the posting, a majority of the conversation on YouTube because of what it means to so many other things that I want to so many other goals that I want to accomplish. But I will always promote that as well as on Instagram and everywhere else. Now I'm still going to participate. I'm not saying I'm leaving any of the platforms. I just want y'all to understand what they mean. I was going to have a conversation about that as well, because people don't understand what it means to be on each one of these platforms. And I will do that. I know that's a conversation that I need to have, because I want to make sure people understand what your impact and your responsibility is. What each platform means to you and me. It's important to have that conversation. If we're talking about putting people up on game, you know what I'm saying? I think it's important to do that. But all that to say, man, I appreciate y'all on every level. For anyone who's ever contributed to the show, whether it be through likes and shares, whether it's through super chats and super likes, whether it's through cash apps, whether it's through badges, whether it's through gifts, I appreciate y'all, especially putting things in perspective to where giving, everything beautiful starts with giving. So social digital currency, giving. You know, sharing content with others, giving, supporting each other, giving, following, giving, subscribing, giving. All those things are metrics that matter in the big scheme of things. So with that being said, man, it's another amazing show here. And I appreciate y'all. Wow. That's what's up, Felicia. Felicia said she just subscribed. Yeah! That's how I feel. Yeah, boy! Lady Max says, it's been rough, but time to climb up from the ashes and do my live. No shame from the shelves. That's right. Do your thing, man. Tell your story, Lady Mac. Don't let nothing stop you. That's what's up. So please stop. So that's super dope. Clicko said, man, I've given so much free food through Nike Organics over the years, and my blessings are endless. Exactly. That's what it is, man. That's really what it is right there.
Have a bite to eat with me, Dwight Scrap Reynolds.
That's been our show for today, y'all. It is 10:46 here, Friday, the December 2nd. It is now 49 degrees here in the ATL where I dwell. I appreciate everybody tuning in. It's never goodbye. It's never goodbye. It's to be continued. Instagram, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna build up that Instagram because Instagram needs the most help. Replays are available on my YouTube channel, y'all. TikTok, and it don't stop. Pamela, you coming through all late, man. What kind of cookies, Pamela? That's the only thing that made me stop. I'm actually closing out the show. What cookies you got, Pamela? YouTube, I'm gonna deuce y'all out while Pamela tells me about these cookies. I appreciate y'all.